Today is a brand new day. Yesterday was a little bit rough at the end for me, but yeah, today's a brand new day and I'm gonna approach it as such. What happened yesterday. Today's a new day. Let's go. Okay, what's good, people? So I'm doing my walk again, going in a slightly different direction today, once again. And I was thinking about what happened yesterday, and I just had more time to reflect on what happened regarding the workshop I went to. Again, it was a really, really good workshop, and I don't regret going. I'm happy I went. I learned some new things. I picked up some new tools that I can incorporate into my life. But yeah, when I reflect on what went wrong, so I know what went good. So I know that, number one, I showed up. Despite what I'm experiencing, I chose to show up. I could have backed out at the last minute. I didn't. I've been known to do that in the past. I didn't do that this time. So I showed up. I had quite a lengthy conversation with one young man at the start. We had a few things in common, that was good. And the conversation was good, it flowed well. And I participated in activities. I could have said I'm not doing it, because he said that we didn't have to actually participate. I participated, so I'm proud of myself for that. And I think the most important thing though is that, like I said, there was some really, really good tools that he shared with us, which was, I don't know, I think they're really, with practice, it will just help me to improve my conversation skills, basically. But what went wrong for me was I felt like really drained, basically. So before I got there, I was very, really, I was just looking forward to it, really. I was looking forward to it. I didn't have too much expectation. I mean, I knew what I was going there to, learn. But, yeah, by the end of it, I just felt, even midway, I felt so deflated. And I thought it's because I wasn't performing well socially. But that's actually, when I think about it logically and in hindsight, that's actually not true. Number one, I'm grieving at the moment. So there's a thing called, they call it grief brain. So you don't think very clearly and you find it quite difficult to take in, quite a lot of information at one time. So that's one thing. Another thing is just my personality. Again, I don't want to label myself, but my personality is more of an introvert personality. So that's another thing anyway. So a lot of kind of socialization for me, or socializing, is quite challenging, and I genuinely find it quite draining. And this is before being grieving, basically, being in grief mode. I was like that. So now it's 10 times worse. Plus, I have not slept properly since the 27th of December. Literally, I was awake all day on the 27th, straight through to the 29th of December. And it's just been this consistent thing for me since then. But my sleep is all over the place, which is one of the things that I'm trying to work on in this season in my life, just trying to get my well-being in check. The other thing, so there's that. So what did I say? I said, of course I'm grieving. I'm more of an introvert anyway, and I haven't been sleeping properly. And also I found the workshop to be, as much as I enjoyed it, it was quite intense. So even when we had a 10-minute break, there was all this, I felt pressure to kind of quote unquote perform and be talking. At that point, really, I needed a break. And I should have given myself the permission to step out and just take the 10 minutes to myself. But I guess I didn't really think to do that, because I didn't want to appear antisocial. And after all, it is kind of social workshop, you know, how to kind of socialize, better workshop. So I didn't really want to do that because that wouldn't look good, would it? And then the other side of it is the other side of it is that I hadn't eaten properly before I left. I hadn't eaten sufficiently, so that didn't help with my energy levels. Plus I hadn't drunk anything for hours and hours, and I drink quite a lot of water. And the thing is, I drink a particular kind of water, and they did have water on offer. I think it was tap water, maybe I should have asked, but I just don't drink any kind of water. I'm a bit picky and fussy when it comes to that, so I was dehydrated. And like I said, it was quite intense. It's like a 3-hour workshop, and it was like non-stop talking, and then going into activities, you know, putting what we learn into practice. And it's just a lot, man. Plus I haven't been out and about and actually properly socialized in a long time. Like it's been a minute, man. So it's a lot. When I really think about it, it's no wonder I was like that. There's no wonder I felt so drained, you know. So the good thing is that I'm able to put things in a correct perspective and not like, you know, drag myself and beat myself all the way up. But like, no, what actually happened, you know? And then another thing I was thinking, in all honesty, you know, that social anxiety likes to rear its ugly head from time to time. And I was like thinking, oh, you know, what do they think, what are other people thinking of me? Then I started like thinking I'm the quietest person in the room and all this kind of stuff. It's just like, when I really think about it now, the next morning, the morning after, I'm like, you know what? So what? So what if I was? I don't owe nobody anything. They don't owe me anything. So what? You know? And I can't go back and change anything that occurred, and nothing terrible actually happened. All that happened is that I felt really drained and tired, and it didn't make me feel good. I felt for me it was like a negative feeling. And my 7 minutes are up, so I'm gonna head back home. Or my 7.5 minutes are up. So yeah. But man, the power of perspective is so very important, man. Because imagine if I wasn't able to put things in a correct perspective, I would be beating myself up right now. Like beating myself up, feeling terrible about something that I don't need to feel terrible about at all. You know, it all makes logical sense. And so going forward, I have about 4 more of these workshops booked for the next 4 weeks. And so, you know, yesterday I was like, you know, I'm just not cut out. I'm just not cut out. I'm just not cut out for the, you know, to be social, you know, social. And it's like, that's a lie. My heart wants to do it. My head's telling me all this nonsense. So I'm going to keep proceeding, keep moving forward with this. I'm not giving up. And like I said, I've got about, I think it's 4 more that I booked onto. And I'm going to go for it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply maybe just one thing that he mentioned to help myself in the following situations. I will put myself out there, make an effort, but I'll prepare myself differently. So one thing, make sure that I this week, today's Monday the 19th of February, make sure that I'm getting enough sleep, you know, which is something that I want to do for the long term, not just for this week, but, you know, that's something that I've been working on. Like I said, make sure that I get enough sleep, make sure that I bring my own water with me. So I'm going to order a 500ml water bottle to bring with me. Make sure that I eat sufficiently, not put pressure on myself to feel like I need to perform and do all this extra talking that I don't feel like I want to do. You know, I'm a grown woman, I'm not a baby, and I'm not obligated to, like, you know, talk a whole bunch and all that. So I'm taking the pressure off myself. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing for myself. I'm going to walk up this way. So yeah, so I'm going to go to the next one. So I'm going to go to the other one next week, and I'm going to put this new strategy in place. I've got, I'm aware of what was kind of like not working for me. And that's it. I'm just going to put those things in place and see how it goes. And of course, I'll report back and let you know how it goes. I also have on Saturday, so that's on Sunday next week. On the Saturday, I'm going for this group walk, which is going to be, I think it's going to be great. And I heard the weather's going to be good as well. It's like going to be like 30 people. It's going to be like 30 people there. I'm gonna put some of these things into practice, Aisha. Like, what do I have to lose? But the biggest thing that I'm really proud of is the fact that I showed up, put myself out there. That I'm facing my fears, that I'm taking risk, and also that I'm able to put things in their correct perspective when they don't go well and not cling on to it. So now I've got a solution, a potential solution to the problem. I'm going to implement it and see how it goes. And if that doesn't work, then I'll look at it again at the time. But I'm not going to keep thinking about it and clinging on to it. So for now, it's a new day and I'm choosing to let it go. And so when I get home now, I will be doing some of my journaling, reading, some more journaling. I've got plenty of homework to do. So I'm going to start the next module of my course as well. So, yeah. It's quite cloudy. I think it's going to rain actually. I can almost smell it. It's going to rain. But I'm just happy I got out, man. But the temperature's really good. Really good temperature today. And so, yeah. And every day I like to change my walking direction to mess with my brain so that it doesn't get stuck in a routine. And all the people going to work right now, so I'm on the main road. And that's it. Have a good day, people. Bye. You know what? I had another thought, You know when I said that, if I needed a break, I should have taken a break. And that it's like, who am I trying to impress and all this kind of stuff. I realised, last week, a big message for me that I was getting from different sources was about slowing down and taking it easy. And I just realised that also, that idea of actually, going at my own pace and not trying to keep up with other people and low-key compete to be something that I'm not and to show up in a way that it's not my way to show up is also a form of slowing down and setting your own pace. So just a quick thought.